What's up, everybody? It is Miles back from the car again. I know I did one from the car thing before, but I think now I'm transitioning a little bit, and I'm gonna start doing things in the car before I go to the gym, um and then I'll just do the after talk. Sometimes I'll do after talks wherever I'm feeling like. But today, I don't really know how I'm feeling. I don't really know what I'm feeling to talk about. Really, the main thing I kind of wanted to discuss was just, you know, asking how you guys like the videos so far, because I'm pre-recording a bunch of these so I can get ahead of stuff. But there's never been a time where I've like formally asked you if you guys are still into the gym vlogs and stuff, or if there's any recommendations or any questions you have for me. So maybe this is like a mini Q&A type thing. If there's any questions you have for me about how the recording works, or about, different things you think I could do, let me know. I'm interested in that stuff. And also, the main topic I wanted to talk about today is journaling and writing. It's no secret. I've talked about it on this channel before, how writing is my jam. It's something I've explored, not just in school. It's like an interest outside of that, of not like writing books, but just like creative type of writing, just writing about anything in general. Like, not like the writing I did today for an essay that I had, which I spent about 2.5 hours writing an essay, which that is not the type of writing I want to do. That is not the type of writing that is fun. But, really what I'm kind of thinking about is journaling, because recently, ever since getting to college, like, I think I started this like 3 days into college, or 3 days into orientation, I started journaling kind of my experience, and it was something that I haven't really tried before. But now, like, a lot of days into it, I have to say, like, I'm enjoying it. It gives me another vent for my emotions, which I feel like that's what the gym gives me. But right now, that's like, as I've been getting into like journaling and stuff, that's what it's been like for me. So I know writing isn't like the first thing that comes to mind when you're thinking of like prioritizing your mental health, or like prioritizing good emotions or good expressions of your emotions. But if you really think about it, it's kind of the best way to explain your emotions, especially if you're a person that doesn't really like expressing stuff right out in the open to people. Sometimes you have things you want to say to people. Sometimes you have things you want to express to people, but you can't put it into words or feelings that you feel like would be a nice thing to say, or something that you can't express to them without you feeling like, they would either get like offended, or someone would like not like your opinion or emotion on something. But it's good to prioritize like your feelings, because your feelings are not necessarily wrong. Like, you're allowed to feel whatever you want, and every feeling you have, there's nothing like wrong with that. It's really the actions of on top of certain feelings that become what's wrong with it. Like, if you have like a thought of like an impulsive thought of, oh, I want to stick this fork I have into an electrical outlet, that's not a problem, because like that's probably something everyone's thought of. Well, no, that's probably something that has crossed your mind at one point after learning about, how electrical outlets and stuff like that work. It's like you think about the idea of what would happen if those things interacted, but it's like a thought. You never actually like act on it. But if you act on it, that can be problematic. And if you have emotions that you act on a lot and create things and like events that aren't really like productive, or things that are not good, you need more vents for your emotions. The gym is a major vent of like emotional pressure and stuff, but it's not like, people are like, the gym is my therapy. And I kind of agree with that. I feel like the gym is like a big form of therapy and emotional release, but also you need other avenues of getting your emotions out other than just like, a physical one. Because what are you going to do if the gym's closed? What are you going to do if you can't be active for a certain level of days? You're going to go insane in your own head. So you need to have different avenues and vents for letting stuff out, And I found that journaling is something where you're allowed to feel however you want to feel, and you're allowed to just, I'm talking about stream of conscious journaling, by the way, not like scripted journaling. I'm talking about you go day one and you write about how your day went. That is kind of like expressing everything you need to express, and you just get to go. There's no like limits, there's no barriers to entry. It's just like you can write as sloppily as you want. You can write whatever words you feel like writing. It doesn't have to be like super fancy. It doesn't have to make sense. You can literally draw pictures. Some days I write all the way past to where I'm writing in tiny words at the bottom of the page. One day I literally wrote 2 to 3 sentences. There's not word limits, there's not word counts, there's not things you have to fill in order to meet like just an expectation. There is no expectation. You can just write whatever it is, and it's just a release. And then after you like write that down, not only are you getting, increased like calligraphy stuff, not only are you developing writing skills, not only are you developing a good healthy habit and giving yourself, emotional release, you get to close that book and you get to like inherit the power of moving on. You get to inherit the power of doing something, entering that state of flow, processing something that's happened, processing an emotion or an event or a feeling or a person or a connection, and then moving past that and growing and getting better. There's something to it that some people never really get over certain things, and you can be like spiteful or vengeful about certain things. But I think it's powerful if you become a person that can inhabit a spirit of like taking things and thinking about it and analyzing it and like learning and growing from it, but also being able to put it down, being able to close a journal, close a book, close a chapter in your life, and go on and not have to like be tied to the past. So, that's all a very long-winded way of saying that journaling is a great way for you to express your emotions, and I highly recommend at least trying it for maybe a couple days, seeing how you feel. If it's not your thing, there's plenty of other things out there. I'm just a random dude on the internet. I'm just telling you what's worked for me. Finding your own way of expressing stuff is great, but I think journaling is pretty awesome. Moving away from something completely different, we are hitting a chest day today. I'm wearing pants for the first time, and it is getting very hot inside this car. It probably will get hot in the gym, but we'll meet that stage when we come to it. So I'll see you guys. Really, I was going to say I'll see you in the gym, but my recording button had other ideas. First, we're going to hit overhead tricep extension before we move into bench press. Feeling relatively light today. Definitely going to go up soon. Okay, last set before bench press. Last one burned a little bit more, but still feeling pretty good. I think next workout will be the last workout I have until that increases. Since bench was such a fantastic failure last week with me almost dropping the bar on myself. By the way, go watch that if you haven't. Pretty funny stuff. This week I'm going to try to redeem myself. I'm going to go for 145 for 7 or 8 for this first one, and then I'll explain as I go along. I realized midway through doing it that I had accidentally loaded up 155 instead of 145, so I don't know. That was pretty good. 7 reps on 155 to start. Put on 165. Gonna see as many as I can do for that. Hoping for 6 or 7. I can probably hit 7 though, because I'm feeling good. Okay, so little disappointed with that last one. I only got 150 for 5, but that was because I just don't have a spot right now, so I was not like fully confident that I could do it without a spot. I'm trying to go for safety and strength right now. Trying to prioritize both. So now I've got 170 loaded up. I think I can get it for 2 or 3. It's gonna be basically how my body feels, but I think I can do that if I handle 165 for 5. But we'll see once we get under it. That one was definitely really good. Very proud of how the last one went, but now I'm gonna try to work more on form, doing 135 for 8. That's kind of why I have 4 sets on bench press, is so the first 3 I can work on pushing myself, and then the last one I can work on better form. My left shoulder, or parts of my left arm, are seeming to lag behind on bench, so I might do some work to improve my stability in my left arm at the end of the workout with single arm bench press, but I'll just get to that once I get to that, and if I have time I'll do it. All right, bench went pretty well. And now I'm moving on to dumbbell shrugs, which I'm doing 65s. So I've been doing 65s for a while, like pretty consistently. So next workout, I'll actually increase it, just like with the overhead tricep pullovers. But so 65 should be pretty easy this time. Next time, 70s will be a little harder, but I should have good control of 65s this workout. Easy peasy. Okay, light work for the rest of the steps. Not steps, the rest of the sets. I won't really talk much because there's not much to talk about, so I'll just keep on going. No, I had to come. I'm always at the gym. It's a pretty quiet night for the most part. Not that many people in the gym, which is kind of surprising for a Monday, because Monday there's usually a decent amount of people. But for now, it's pretty chill. I need to check what I'm doing on the weight for this stuff, but oh well. I'll just go ahead and I believe it's 30, so I'm gonna lock into 30 for 10 at least. It can be more or less for a warm-up, but I don't care either way. So let's get into this. Whew. 10 good reps. That felt about right, but I'll check my log. All right, checked my log, and 30 was in fact the perfect amount. So we're just gonna run it back, do 10 more, and then 10 more after that. My grip is tweaking a little bit. I'm guessing it's from bench press, but it also could be from these chest flies. Just gripping it really tightly in order to pull it out, get it under my chest, but no matter. I'll just tighten how much I'm pushing, so I can get that good chest pump. Definitely feel like the stretch on my chest is kind of hard to find, but I don't necessarily need a gigantic stress in order to get the benefit from the movement. Lower chest, it's kind of something I can't always feel, but you know, I'm definitely feeling it today. I'm gonna lock into a couple dips real quick. Everything else went good, but you know I gotta save incline for the very end, so I can keep you guys satisfied with some other secondary movements first. Alright, that one felt good. I'm gonna hit 10 more reps of it. Triceps are definitely pounding, but that's one more rep than I did last time, so slow but steady improvement. All right, gonna hit 45 for 12 as best as possible, and then try to go to 55 for 12. Last time I did this, it was the first thing I did, so I had a lot of momentum of like the stuff, or a lot of momentum just because I wasn't pre-fatigued. Now I'm pre-fatigued, so I'm gonna see how I can handle this. Okay, hopefully 55 for 12 will go well. I have a feeling I might hit failure before that, but you know, I might surprise myself. It's just all up to how I'm handling my breathing and how my arms are doing as I'm doing some of the workout. So let's hit it. All right, we hit 9. I'd say that's a good workout for today. All right, guys, so the chest, triceps, and shoulders day is complete. And to good effort, I might add. Today was really good feeling, really good progress-wise. Was looking at a lot of my log And I went up on a couple of things today. That's kind of like the trend that I've been seeing. You know, even if it's little progress, I go up by like at least 2 or 3 out of like the 6, 7-ish, 5-ish, depending on what I'm doing that day, that are outlined for me. And it felt really good. Afterwards, I did abs with one of my buddies, and then kind of just grinded out some different stuff. I was showing him how to do banded pull-ups, which, if you don't know what those are, it's like a pull-up variation where you thread the band through the bar, and then you're able to kind of use the variation and go up a little bit, you know, as you get stronger with different things. But yeah, it's kind of a quiet night. There's just a lot of bugs out right now. Kind of a bunch of people walking around, but there's not a whole lot of activity. Like I said, I grinded out a lot of my classwork earlier, so there's not a whole lot to do left except chill, watch some shows, catch a shower. So it's kind of where I'm leaving you guys for the night. I appreciate you guys watching so much. Thank you very much, and I will see you for Back and Biceps tomorrow. Bye-bye.